Hey yo, I'm Colby from Sanitarian Productions. We're back with another action figure review. We're looking at something a little bit different today. What I have here is a set of True Heroes Mythical Warriors. This is basically a big huge tub full of Mythical Warriors, I suppose. So these are kind of like the Green Army Men some of us had when we were youngsters, except these are in like elves and barbarians, and I don't know what and all is in this set, so we will look at that here in a second and find out. But this does come from Toys R Us. It runs about $10 for this big huge tub. It's supposed to have 72 pieces in it. And it kind of shows like a drawbridge or a rock bridge, some columns. There's a dragon in here, a wizard, some candlesticks. I don't know what and all. So it looked really cool, at least on the picture online. So I just thought we would go ahead and unbox this thing and basically just dump it out and see what and all's in here and take a look at them. So let's go ahead and do that. It does come kind of shrink wrapped, but it comes off very easily. I don't actually have to use my X-Acto knife on this one. It does have a nice carrying handle as well, so you can store everything in the little box here and carry it around with you. So that's kind of cool. Just should twist off here. Voila! Twisted off. And right away I can see some cool stuff. Here's that bridge we were looking at earlier. But, ooh, and there's a big dragon. That's cool. Let's go ahead and just dump this out and see. And we'll set this can to the side here. We got this cool looking cage. We have a dais, stone thing. You got a bunch of these little rocks. A couple of cool stone pillars. We've got some kind of weird bladey thing that I guess attaches to this dais over here. Another weird bladey thing. We've got, I guess this goes on the bridge. And there's another piece here for that. And we've got a couple of these shields that I think attach to these stone things. A little grave marker. Another one of these things. Another cool looking shield with a skull on it. A couple more of these rocks. We've got some candlesticks, candle holders. I don't know where we're going to stick all these, but let's put them up. Well, let's put them over here. And I'll zoom in and show these things a little bit closer up individually here in a few minutes, but let's just sort through them here first to see what we've got. Move the grave marker over here. And then a whole bunch of these characters here. So it looks like we've got a warrior woman. Where can we stick her? We'll put her over here. We've got a couple of these. Looks like they're going to be the same sculpt. So we're going to have multiples of all these. We've got a cool looking barbarian guy. He looks like the guy off of Iron Sword, the video game. We've got Archer, I guess an Elven Archer. Doesn't necessarily have to be Elven, but we'll say it is. We got a cool looking dwarf guy. Another one of these guys. Ooh, an ogre or an orc. More archer guys. Here's like a sorceress. Or a queen, or something to that effect. Quite a few of these. We got like a banshee woman, or something like that. And I think that's it. All the rest of these look like the same of these other characters. So let's just go ahead and flip these things up and try to sort them real quick. But it looks like that's all the different types of characters we have. I thought there would be a wizard in here, but I haven't seen one yet. More orc guys over here. Barbarian dude. More archers. Dwarf guy. Warrior lady. Warrior lady. Orc guy. Barbarian dude. So yeah, there we go. So out of this set, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these banshee women. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the princess, queen, wizardress. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the orcs. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the dwarfs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the warrior women. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the barbarian guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the elven archers. So yeah, that's kind of cool here. We will go ahead and zoom in and take a look at these sculpted goodnesses here in just a second here. So specifically, I kind of got this as a set to supplement some of my Dungeons and Dragons stuff. At least that was the thought. For size comparison here, I've got the same little barbarian dude, northern. What is this guy called? Northlands Fighter from the D&D Epic Level Starter Set. For whatever reason, that's the one I tend to go with for size comparison. These guys are a little bit bigger than him, so size comparison, you can kind of see they're not a whole lot bigger. The orcs will work fine, I think. The banshee woman is definitely much larger. Same thing with the princess, queen, a lot larger. The dwarf is definitely much bigger. The warrior woman is also much bigger. The fighter guy, barbarian guy is way bigger. So they aren't going to exactly fit in. And there's the elf for comparison. So yeah, they're not going to fit in the same size scale as these guys, but I think everything else will work. So here's the dragon. It's pretty good for a dragon. I mean, the sculpt's not the best in the world, but size-wise it does work, so that shouldn't be a problem. And then the cage itself looks like it will fit pretty well. I think the cage may be supposed to be for the dragon, but it's too big. The little accessory pieces, though, I think will be fine. So you can kind of set them on the bridge and it looks fine. Set them on the dais and it looks fine too. So a lot of this stuff is transferable, so you can set up like fortifications and things like that and use the pillars. So yeah, it's going to work for mostly for what I was looking at. Just not 100%, but these are still pretty cool looking set, and for $10 you really can't go wrong. So yeah, let's go ahead and zoom in and take a look at the actual sculpts themselves. So we'll start with the dragon, simply because why not, right? The actual sculpt itself looks halfway decent. It's got wings, it's got scales, kind of a little derpy looking, but it does work. Again, for size comparison here, we've got our D&D 28mm. So it works. It looks pretty nice. Not really got a problem with this one. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Here we have the warrior woman. Let's do a quick roundabout here. Some pretty decent looking sculpting going on anyways. These things will look really nice painted. Not a lot of detail in them, but quite a bit. Here is the dwarf guy. And we've got the orc, or ogre, depending on what you want to call him. The banshee slash evil magician lady. And we've got the barbarian guy. Definitely does look like the cover art for Iron Sword Wizards and Warriors 2. The queen, princess, whatever you want to call it. And the Elven Archer. Pretty nice so far. Here's one of the rocks. Not a lot of detail work on these things, but it still works really well. So you can throw this up against the guy, and it works for a rock, so that's cool. Here we have the tombstone grave marker. You can get the light there to shine on it. It's got a nice cool skull on it. The shield that goes on one of the columns just has these little pegs on it. The other shield, one of the candlesticks, and these things are a little bit large to do much good for anything, but you can let your imagination run wild and it'll be fine. The column itself looks really nice. The shields themselves just kind of latch in like this, and you've got a nice column with a shield on it. And we'll throw this thing up there again here just to show you height-wise. So that's pretty cool. Then we have this barricade-looking thing. Some nice detail work on it. So you can get some pretty good stuff going on with this guy. Here's that dais that looks really nice. It's kind of a translucent red here. It's very cool. And it's got two of these bladey things on it. So they just peg into these peg holes on the side. I guess like that or something to that effect. Here's the other one. And you fill it up like that right there, and it looks pretty interesting. And we've got the cage here that actually does open. So you just pop it open like so, and then the top will also, well, any of these pieces will open up, but the cage itself I think is meant for the dragon, but the dragon doesn't fit, so I guess if you pop the top piece off, you can stick the dragon in there, but the dragon can fly off, so I don't know what good that would do either, but it is kind of a cool little cage here, so you can take one of your main characters and throw them in here and stage a rescue, I suppose, so that's kind of cool. An interesting concept anyways. Then I guess the last thing we have is this cool looking bridge. And it does have the side pieces, so you take these rail systems and just snap them in place. Then you've got a cool looking bridge over a moat or something. And we'll let this guy come over here, and can't stand on the steps, but he can stand on top of it. And it does look pretty good. So yeah, it's kind of cool. This has been just a real quick look at this Mythical Warriors set from Toys R Us and from True Heroes, I guess is the brand name for it. All in all, you get a pretty good variety of characters. You get some cool accessories and a cool little dragon thing. So yeah, I mean, for $10, you really can't beat this deal. It is a pretty cool system anyways. It does come with its own carrying case, so you can kind of just throw everything in that case and let it go. These things are fairly big enough so not have to worry about little kids too much. I know it's what, 3 and up, I guess. That's when they start to stop putting things in their mouth and choking hazards and things like that. But it's a cool little set here, so yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with this set. It doesn't quite fit in scale-wise, character-wise with the Dungeons and Dragons realm, but all the accessories pretty well work, and if you squint a little bit, the characters will work as well. So, you know, do with it what you will. I'd say pick it up, though, if you can get the set. That's all the time we've got for today, so thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Drop some comments down below. Let us know what you think of this Mythical Warriors set. If you'd like to see something specific in the future, let us know that in the comment section as well. And until next time, game on.